Hello, Drive Radio fans. Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera. And this is going to be the long review and short review combined of the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado. They're all new Colorado, I should say, for 2015. This is their crew cab short box LT four-wheel drive model. It's a mouthful to basically say the bed's a little bit shorter and it's a crew cab model, so you should be able to get 4 full-size adults in this vehicle. We actually did a previous version of this review with a little bit different of a model of the truck. It was actually the LTZ version. Please check that out in our other reviews. This is going to be a shorter, more concise review. We're just going to go over the basic features and talk a little bit about it. One thing we will add, I know some of you are going to comment, we do know it's December here in Colorado, and we don't quite have the 2016 model years yet, which have the brand new Duramax diesel, that little engine for the Colorado specifically designed for it. So bear with us. We're going to go through this review really quick. Chevrolet did a great job on that. So with that being said, let's take a quick walk around. We do apologize about the cleanliness. It's very hard to see. As you can see, we got more snow here in Colorado. As we approach the front end, we can see I really like what Chevrolet has done with the Colorado. Again, this is 2015. This is their new model year. Really like what it's done. It's a really aggressive, nice technology-driven styling with the front end. One thing that people will complain is that there's not quite a high enough ground clearance with the air dam that's right there. So something that you're going to have to be mindful of. Some of its competitors are going to have a little bit higher of a ground clearance there. As we go around the side, one thing about the Colorado is it's not considered a full-size truck, but it really does have the size and almost the height of a full-size truck. We actually own a 2014 Silverado 1500, and it really has a similar height apportionment to that truck. We've actually gotten several comments about how nice the styling looks, how tall it looks. We really like that look of this vehicle. Again, another thing Chevrolet has done, which they've kept consistent, is these side bumper steps. Really nice and easy and handy to step into the back of the vehicle. The back of the truck really is nice. As also, which again Chevrolet has done in all their vehicles, the easy lift tailgate. You can see we've got snow in the back. You can't see, this does not have the bed lining in it, whereas a lot of other trucks that we've done from Chevrolet have had the built-in bed liner or the spray and bed liner from the manufacturer, which is an option. It is not on this truck. If you have the sliding window, this is a crew cab model, which we'll get into in just 1 second. Overall, how would we kind of describe this truck and what would we compare this truck to? This is a great truck to drive around town. This does have the optional, a little bit larger engine on it, the 3.5 liter 305 horsepower V6 on it, which really runs well. You're not sacrificing a whole lot of fuel economy from the little bit smaller engine versus the V6. And so again, a lot of reviewers and a lot of other people are going to suggest that you opt for the V6. We encourage you to get out there and see for yourself what you actually are going to do with it. Really enjoy this vehicle. It's smooth to drive, absolutely fun. With that being said, we're actually going to take a break real quick and we're going to walk through the interior, show you a little bit of that, and we'll come back and give you our opinion of the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado. All right, fans, we're going to kind of go through the interior portion. We showed you the I guess the tailgate, the bed portion of it. Again, real quick, I will mention this is the short bed model. So for those of you saying, well, why does it look like it's very big? Well, that's because you opted for it. You can get the long bed, which allows you to put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in here. No issues, no problems. With this short bed, you're going to sacrifice on some of that. But what I would say is if you're going to be using this truck in the city at all, I would opt for the short bed. It's a lot easier to get around, a lot easier to park than the long box is, which again we have on another one of our trucks. So real quick, this is the crew cab. We're going to hop into the back seat really quick. This front seat right here is set for a 5'10" driver like ourselves. Really nice apportionment. It's nice kind of leather feel. You have great, nice feeling on the door here. There's not a whole lot of fluff, I guess I should say. There's nice storage right here. More storage down here. You do have power windows back here. Right here, I've got about, again, 1 to 2 inches of leg room, but that's about it. There's not a whole lot of fluff here. There are 2 USB ports back here along with the power port, and that's going to be hard to see, so take my word for it. Actually the light should adjust right here. Again, your 2 USB ports along with your power port. You could get a third person here in the middle if they were, you know, a little bit smaller, maybe a child. Getting in and out, very, very easy to do. One thing I will show you, the ability to, oops, I've got to flip the latch here. The latch right here on the side. that you got to lift up, and then you do have some storage as well as the ability to lift that up and put objects all the way through without having to worry about this seat right here. So very nice, handy features. Real quick, and we're going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to open the door and kind of walk you through the interior portion. All right, folks, we're going to show you the interior, the front seat here really quick. And we're going to do a little bit different. I'm going to try and show you from the driver's point of view. I'm going to talk from back here. This is one of the more refined pickups, I should say, of that small to mid-size pickup class. I would really like to say that it's the most refined, but you're going to have to be the judge. Chevrolet has done a great job of adding technology. You can see the nice 8-inch screen there. It does come with 4G Wi-Fi hotspot technology. You have an overhead console, cruise control. You do have heated seats, which is an available option on the package. 3 USB ports right there in the front. You do have, real quick, I'm going to kind of point, auto headlights right here, along with the electronic 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive control. You don't have to worry about a big lever anymore. You're just able to hit that and change it. Really a nice, roomy interior. Does not have dual climate control on this model. Is available on some of the upper threshold models. The Chevrolet MyLink system, that works really, really well. I'm a fan of how it operates and how it works. With that being said, let's roll right into the opinion portion. What do we think of the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado, the crew cab? What are some pros to it? Really like how it rides, how it drives, everything about it. It really is smooth. It's the quietest cabin of the bunch. Some of its competitors, the Toyota Tacoma, the Nissan Frontier, those are going to be a little bit rougher riding, maybe a little bit louder of a cabin, not quite as luxurious on the inside. However, you're going to sacrifice with some of your off-road performance. Does that mean this won't do anything off-road? No. If you're going to do some basic four-wheeling, off-roading, getting into dirt, this will do exactly that. It'll do your towing that you need it to do for, again, those small items. But is it going to be in its competitor's class in terms of, is it going to be at the top of its class, I should say, in terms of the off-road capabilities? Probably not. However, for the road, this is going to work fantastic. This truck is an absolute beauty to drive. It feels nice. It doesn't feel rough. It doesn't feel like you're driving around a huge box. Chevrolet has done a great job at it. So you're going to say, well, what is the price point? This truck, as it sits right here for the LT Crew Cab model with the short box 4-wheel drive, is going to be about $38,000 and some change. That's with some added options on it. You can actually get the Colorado, depending on your configuration, starting in the mid-20s, which really is a great buy for a mid-sized truck. Have the ability to put 4 people on the inside and have the ability to put cargo in the back seat. Again, all for, to be honest, depending on how you configure it, the mid-20s to mid-30s, depending on your preferences. So that being said, if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to Chevrolet's website and also head to your local Chevrolet dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. All right, fans, we're here for the real quick driving portion. We're not going to go as long as we normally do, but wanted to show you a few quick features of it. Real quick, as we always do, I'd like to show you the rear view camera. One thing that Chevrolet has done is the ability to turn the rear, or to have the dynamic grid lines, we like to call them. So it actually turns with the steering wheel. You can see where you're going. You can actually see the hitch if you did have one hooked up right here. And really some awesome, nice features, to be honest with you. It's a really great standard feature. With that being said, let's take a quick drive. All right, fans, like I said, real quick drive here. You just saw the rear view camera. Just one note. Snow-packed roads here in Colorado had about 3 to 5 inches over the Christmas holiday, and we are actually in 2-wheel drive right here, and I just gunned it with the nice traction control system. There's no issues at all. This hill that we're just going to come up on here in just 1 second, we actually came up in 2-wheel drive, very little tire slippage. It actually worked fantastic, and you can tell from the quietness of the cabin. Again, snow-packed roads, you expect to hear a lot of crunching and all that. You really don't. It's a very quiet cabin. I like how this truck rides. It doesn't feel like a truck in terms of the interior noise and the rough riding capability. However, it does everything a truck should in terms of cargo and getting you around where you need to go with all of your tools, people, whatever that might be. So really does work well. Love what Chevrolet has done there. With that being said, let's come back and I'll actually give you a walkthrough of the interior, and then we'll give you our opinion of the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado.